Hello, let's do the astro weather for Tuesday, October 10th. So this sees our first aspect at 2 a.m. and it is between the Sun and Saturn. So this is the energy of an underlying conflict. Likely the one that came up yesterday morning in our heart space, except this time it's going to be in a more logical place with the Sun in Libra taking a look at it. So, really helping us to see through what the effect of that emotional delusional space is that we were in with our heart space yesterday, and really having a look at it through our head space. Okay, so then at 7:30, the moon is squaring Uranus. So the moon in Leo and Uranus in Taurus. So this is a very stubborn energy. Okay, Leo wants what it wants, and also so does Uranus. So these two energies could really cause some sort of unexpected change in the morning that will go against what your plan is for the day. So it could make you very irritable, very moody. You could be waking up with this sort of energy, and just be flexible. Okay, have a backup plan. Make sure you allow yourself more time if you have to be somewhere very early tomorrow morning. The aspect energy will only last for a couple of hours, so by 9:30 it should be starting to pass. So just be aware that tomorrow, that Tuesday morning, we might find a few things that aren't going to go our way, and just try and stay flexible. There will be like a willfulness show up in love relationships. So that will be, it'll be a nice way to sort of have any conversations that you might normally want to take a back seat in. But just be aware not to make any hasty decisions just because of these two energies wanting what they want. It could tend to have the result of being the opposite of what you were hoping to achieve. So just try and make sure that your decisions are thought out, or wait until after 9:30 to make them. At 7:57, we have Venus making a conjunction aspect with Lilith. So Venus in Virgo and also Lilith in Virgo, both newly in Virgo. So during this energy, we just need to be careful of projecting our criticism into relationships. We had a very busy week last week with Lilith just starting off in Virgo and really starting to take that curious look at the way we are critical of ourselves and others. And we will be still in a very vulnerable space when we are looking at that. So this energy could really exacerbate any negative self-talk that you may have already been experiencing. So just be aware of that. And my advice, as always, is to journal about it. At 9:53 a.m., we have the Sun and Uranus making an aspect here. So we had the Moon and Uranus. So that's kind of showing us the kind of stubborn, kind of dark side of that energy, the more emotional side of it. And now we have an aspect that is the Sun having a look. And it'll kind of make you feel more empowered to deal with that situation that came up earlier. And we'll kind of shift the energy around it a little bit. And it'll be about how you're showing up in that situation that caused you the moodiness earlier in the day. Then we have the moon making a semi-square with Mercury at 10:30 a.m. So this could be a situation where your pride or your ego sort of gets in the way of a relationship conversation. So just be aware of that. Everyone will be kind of feeling that energy. So you might find that just inside of that, it is quite difficult to see both sides of the discussion. Then at 2:20, there's an aspect between the moon and Neptune. So this is that same energy that we had been dealing with where the pride got in the way, but this time we will need to make a compromise here. This is kind of that, leadership, ego, authority kind of energy coming up against the illusion and the dream. So it will cause kind of a passive energy, but somebody will need to compromise. At 5:10 p.m., Venus is making an opposition aspect to Saturn. This energy can make us very paranoid and very overcritical of our partners. And this will be coming from like a projection of jealousy or like a dissatisfaction that's shown up in the relationship that you haven't spoken about. So just be aware of that and try and have a conversation. But if you are finding that that paranoid energy is getting too high for you to be able to have a reasonable conversation, just go and sit with yourself and try and figure out where those feelings of jealousy are coming from. Remembering that jealousy is a feeling that you are going to lose something, and envy is a feeling of somebody having something you want. So really be clear about where this projection is coming from, where these paranoid feelings are coming from, and don't assume anybody's feelings. Have a conversation about it, okay? Also, under this energy of Venus opposition to Saturn, there could be some difficulties with parental figures, authority figures, so just be aware of that as well. At 6:45 p.m., the moon is making an aspect with Pluto in Capricorn. This is the energy of an annoying compromise needed between sort of something that is going to be sort of fun and pleasurable emotionally up against needing to do something very serious, or somebody not taking your serious situation as serious as you would like them to. So that's the sort of compromise energy there. Then the moon goes void at 8:36 p.m. and will be void until 11 p.m. and it will do so with a sextile to Mars. So this aspect is actually a really good communication aspect with the opposite energy. So feminine and masculine energies, really good conversation energy for that. They will be feeling quite balanced. So this is good for relationships at work, good for relationships at home, really good energy, because we are inside that void moon, for continuing on with a side project you may be working on, not really starting anything new. That's not super supported by a void moon, because there are aspects of things that we cannot see when the moon is void. So don't start a new conversation with a partner or make any big decisions during this time, but continuing on is supported. Under this energy, we will be feeling quite good about ourselves, and we will be able to take action on anything that has come up during the day. Also very good to work towards new relationships that you have already been working on, meeting new people under a void moon. Again, there is, you can do that, but just don't make any overcommitments, because there may be things that you did not see. But it is that kind of wear your favorite outfit and take yourself out on a date kind of energy. Okay, then at 11, the moon moves into Virgo and we are in work mode. So when the moon is in Virgo, it makes us very productive, it makes us very health conscious, it makes us very aware of the goals that we have set, particularly in our daily habits area and what we have to do. So if you have a list of work that you need to get done for the rest of the week, sit down under that void moon and get your list done, because Virgo moon loves to work. So get prepared for that. That's all I've got for you today. I'll see you tomorrow.